Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Okay, guys, in the spirit of Lisa turning me on to God knows how many things, we recently got into a conversation about, are you walking in masculine energy or are you walking in feminine energy? And for those of you that listen, you know that I have brothers, you know that I have a lot of them actually. And I just, my dad is very, I would say genuinely manly. Like, he's the type of person, my dad sawed off his thumb accidentally and drove himself to the hospital because my mom can't do blood. Like, just a very manly, like burly. Oh no, she fainted. So he's picking her up, trying to not lose his thumb. I know.
I don't know if it's the blood. It's just emergencies.
It's the emergencies. You don't like that.
Medical emergencies.
And so I think I grew up really admiring that, right? Because I think it's so important to have, but also that was kind of what I imitated. And so I've entered relationships, whether it's a friendship, it can be platonic, it can be romantic. I have entered relationships throughout my life kind of showing up as the man. And while that's okay sometimes, I happen to be a woman and like being a woman. And so I'm like crying to Lisa, like, why does this keep happening? And we start this conversation on, well, what lane are you in? Are you driving in your lane, or you've gotten in their lane? You've told them you be the passenger, I'll drive. So I am working on some things, and some of them I was really surprised to kind of learn. So I'm going to go over my research, okay? And there are things that empower you to have a more feminine energy, and there's things that really distort your feminine energy. The first one, which Lisa is good at, is accentuate your curves and your elegance. And I can say I grew up Cowboys jersey. I mean, stuff way too big. I don't know if you remember from your boys Bugle Boy jeans. Do you remember those? I loved Bugle Boy jeans.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Timberland boots.
Oh, I remember those.
And jerseys. Like, I have homeboys that didn't know I had boobs until I went to college. And they were like, whoa. I'm like,
you just were more tomboy.
I
kind
was.
Of. Well, the things that you liked were things that were traditionally
very masculine male. Things. Yeah.
Yes.
But I also realized too, I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of frumpy. So if you're in that, well, I'm used to this, but it's kind of frumpy, I would say little by little, do something for yourself. 1 week, buy a pair of jeans that fit, then maybe look at your shirts. I mean, we don't need Pamela Anderson tight, but maybe not 2 sizes too big. And if you're like me, I've said it before, I'm as thick as Texas toast. We think like, oh, let me get a big shirt. No, makes you look fatter. It's not flattering.
I do that sometimes.
It's not. Sometimes it's too big. Okay, so buy the shoes, get the new jeans, and let yourself kind of walk in that and see if it helps your confidence or helps your energy. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it doesn't hurt to try it. Okay, number 2, ask for help. Ooh, y'all, it took me...
Help in terms of what?
Just...
anything?
Yes.
Oh.
Don't carry the load all by yourself. I am habitually guilty of this. It's very hard for me to ask for help.
But you know what? Society has done this to us.
Oh, I agree.
We've been pushed into you can do anything.
Yes.
Which we can. I do believe that.
But I don't want to.
But sometimes to do it, you have to get in that energy.
You do.
Because you have to be a boss. You have to be just take charge of things.
Yes.
And then it's hard to differentiate maybe your work life from your personal life.
Yes.
And that... it just kind of swims, all that gravy
runs all over that plate, baby. That bears mentioning. And I want to, before I get to number 3, I want to say, if you like being a boss, if you are happy in your lane, stay in your lane. This I am not.
But you can still be feminine in that, though.
You can, but some people are okay with being masculine. We're talking about my issues, y'all. Right. So this may not be the episode for you. It just ain't for you. Yeah. So this is not at all a dig at anybody. These are things that I discovered But in discovering them about myself, seeking therapy, I start talking to different people, different friends, and they're like, oh, I struggle with that too. So I was like, oh, episode. And actually, someone did say, they were like, you should do an episode because you got some good tips. You got it. So that's why we're doing it. Okay.
You know what it is too? We change.
Yes.
And I love Simple Abundance. If you guys,
it's a great book. I'll post it. So I'll post it, guys.
But one of the things in there, she talks about, as you grow up, as you mature, as you change, like you'll notice maybe, like she's saying, she used to wear Timberlands and a certain kind of jeans and a t-shirt. Okay. But now I notice, I really like pink.
Yes.
I really like ruffles. Yes. And you're noticing changes, but sometimes we're hesitant to change. So we retain. Ooh. I've been wearing these kind of jeans. I've been wearing those boots.
I'll just stay this way.
And then you're like, but I don't even like that anymore.
I'm going to tell you my own experience, and my mom will probably listen to this, and it is true. I'm not throwing her under the bus, but I am giving a real life experience. So as I was going from high school to college, I had the revelation of like not wanting to have my hair relaxed, like permed anymore, not having it straightened in that way. And so I let my natural hair grow out a little bit, maybe an inch or two, and I cut all the other hair off. And my mom, who again, y'all, she's 80. So you have to think, mom was born in 1943. Everything was about conforming to the white standard of beauty so that you could get a job, so that you could be treated with respect, so that you could be taken seriously, so that you weren't a target. Blend in as much as you can. She was mortified. And she said some not so nice things. I'm not going to put her on blast. But then the irony is 2-3 months later, my sister's natural. My mom is natural. I say that to say sometimes we're so afraid to change because we don't want to be judged.
And now there's the Crown Act.
And now, Liz, and now, right. And we've had an episode about the Crown Act. Sometimes I think you're afraid to change. Walk in your truth. You may set somebody else free. That's why I bring that up. My mama loves her natural hair, but she has not been able to be comfortable with it since 1968. That's the last time she had natural hair. So now she loves it. It's, it's her jam. But me doing what I felt I needed to do for myself kind of set them free. So that's kind of an ode to do it anyway and do it for you.
And it's okay to reinvent yourself.
Yes, it is.
I think that's what we're saying.
Yes.
Whatever you are, whatever you like, it's okay to change.
Okay. It's okay.
You used to love pink. I'm not cool with pink now. I kind of like yellow.
Right.
I mean, we're all evolving.
I'm about to say, if you're not changing at all, then you haven't evolved. And there's some concern there.
Yes.
Number 3, practice gratitude. Now, we've posted about this. We've talked about this. Nothing will cheer you up. Simple Abundance does that as well. Nothing will cheer you up faster than saying out loud 5 things you're grateful for.
It will.
I mean, just you can be down in the dumps. It helps, yes. And you know what? They've shown that it also helps you lose weight.
Oh,
I don't know if I don't understand all the science behind it, but I was reading a couple articles and I was like, this actually makes sense to me though. It puts you in a happier place. If you're happier, you're going to move your body more. You do more for your body. I understand it. So practice gratitude. Number 4, I struggled tremendously with this up until 2 years ago. Rest. Now, if you're like me...
Is that like in terms of what? Like sleep, rest, or...
Well, learn to detach, show yourself grace. Sometimes I get into this point of, if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. And then I never rest.
Okay.
And that's a very, very masculine. If I don't do it, it's never going to get done. I just have to...
I could do that too. Especially like if taking a nap. Yes. Which I don't take naps. And if I ever
but I would feel guilty.
And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I need to get up and do X, Y, Z.
Yes. When really, show your body grace, learn to rest. If you have problems with like,
especially you
detaching,
moms.
If you have problems detaching, if you maybe don't know if you have problems with codependency, highly recommend a book, The Language of Letting Go. And I'll post it. It's if you're busy, whatever, they're little short excerpts. It's kind of like a devotional in that way. Like, September 10th, October 11th, you just read that. It blesses my soul every single day. I've been reading it now for almost a month.
And most women, to be honest with you, are codependent. We
Yes.
are.
We just don't
It's
know
just,
it.
we're
Yeah.
just raised in that mindset that
Mhm.
everything is our responsibility.
Yes.
If we don't fix it, it's not going to get fixed.
Yes.
So,
So
I
that's a
mean,
big one.
some people have some big codependent issues, like they have people with addictions, and
Right.
they have, those, alcoholism, all kinds of things. And if that's you, you really need that book.
Yeah.
But even if it's not you,
Yeah.
I would venture to say women, and especially my age, baby boomers, but even younger
Oh, I'm
women,
gonna say younger too.
we are just raised in kind of a codependent
Era.
soup.
Yes. Yes.
Where we're women.
Yes.
It's just our fault.
Yeah.
Everything is our fault. That's
Yeah.
why we apologize all the time.
It is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
What you
say
sorry
it, I
for?
just catch myself
Yes.
all the time.
I do too.
Apologizing.
I
So,
do too.
even if you think, well, I'm not codependent, you probably are.
You probably are. I did not realize it at all. But since that has helped me establish some little boundaries,
yes,
I am much happier. So I'm going to say
it's
it matters.
helpful for almost everybody.
It
Seriously.
is. It is. And it's just a good book.
It really
honestly.
is.
We'll post it. Number 5, speak life. Use your voice for good.
Yes.
I think, again, everyone, I don't care about your age. I don't care about your gender. I sure don't care about your race. Everyone. It is such a societal norm to fall into this trap of speaking horribly to yourself. And sometimes I ask myself, would you talk like that to Scarlett, which is my oldest daughter, my oldest baby? And if the answer is no, then I've kind of resolved. Lisa's real good about, don't put your mouth on it. In other words, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And so when I find myself kind of going into this spiral, or even entering this moment of speaking to myself in a way that I would not speak to Lisa, I wouldn't speak to my daughters, my son, I just stop. And this is kind of goes back to number 3. That's a good time to say 5 things you're grateful for, even if they're completely unrelated to the problem at hand, or whatever the issue is at hand. Take a moment, redirect your thinking, redirect your emotions, and then work on whatever the issue is. But you have to speak life.
It's a self-prophecy.
Yes.
The thing is, we all go through hard things, hard times, difficult situations. But I have found in my 64 years that if what you say is what happens.
Yes.
So if there is a situation, if you say, we can figure this out.
Yes.
There's a solution for that.
Yes.
There's whatever you say, that is what's going to happen.
If you romanticize your life, it's going to become more beautiful. But if you just deteriorate it and downgrade it, then you're right.
I'm so unlucky.
Right.
I'm so this. Nothing ever good happens for me. When you start that, nothing will happen.
Was it Henry Ford, the quote, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're
true.
right.
Right.
I think it was Henry Ford. I'm going to check.
That's
but
true.
Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can.
It's a biblical truth.
Yes, it is.
And other religions have that same, I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but it's a universal truth.
Yes.
That what you say happens.
Yes.
And what you say reinforces that power for good or evil in your life.
Yes.
So even when you're going through a hard situation, a difficulty, if you speak life to it, I'm going to get out of this.
Yes.
There is a solution for this.
Yes. Yep.
God is bringing me people that can show me the way out of this.
That's right.
Speak life into it, and you will find the situation turn around.
Yes, that's true.
I can speak. I can testify
to that. Yes, absolutely. Oh, definitely. So, number 6 is to move. And this one, I get it. I know it's true, but sometimes life, stagnation, driving an hour to work, driving to pick up the kids, sitting in the carpool lot, there's so much stagnation. And that's what move, dance. Even if I cannot dance, but I text Lisa recently and I was just kind of listening to music and dancing and packing, and I felt so good, like so good. And I think it was really just moving my body. Get creative. If you are like Lisa, you can craft out of this world. That's still moving. That's still using your body. That's still doing something.
There's so many great apps, y'all.
Yes.
I think we've
Go
told
work
you
out.
before.
Yes.
Lucy Wyndham Reed.
Lucy Wyndham
On
Reed
YouTube,
on YouTube.
they're all free. They're all
Yes.
free. She has stuff from 3 minutes
And I have
to
one
30 something minutes. So you can choose what part of the body you want to work, all over body, whatever.
Yes.
How much, like maybe I only have 5 minutes today.
Yes.
And she's got something for you.
She's got it.
So there's no excuse for you not to move. You don't have any money. This is free.
Yes,
you don't have time. You can find it 3 minutes something.
Yes.
You have no
Go for
reason
a walk.
not to do it. And you feel so much better.
You feel so much better. You do. You do. And when I walk, I feel better. Walking is my jam, y'all. Preferably 6 miles. That's like my sweet spot. That's my like, woo! Between 6 and 7 miles, I'm good. And it probably sounds like a lot, but I'm telling you, it clears your mind. Obviously, it's good for your heart. I mean, we all know walking is good for you, just in general.
I have been on meditation trails. Have you done? No,
yes.
And they're so cool. Like, well, it was in Colorado, but I'm sure they're all over. Even churches have them. I think Methodist churches, there's some that have like a labyrinth, and there's little prayers along the way and you kind of walk. And those meditative type walks are so good for you.
Yes, they are.
And you feel so good, and just, those are wonderful. Yes. So if there's one of those, maybe near a church near you or a place near you, look them up.
Yes.
They're awesome.
They are. And I just move, do something creative, show, this is really, I think a lot of it is showing yourself the grace and compassion that you show other people. Because I would hope you wouldn't tell your friend, you're so lazy. Well, if you just lose that last 10 pounds, well, if you would just do that, I would hope, and if you do, then definitely simple abundance and the language of letting go are like for you.
Is a huge percentage of water.
Yes.
And you think about water that doesn't move.
Yes. It gets nasty.
It does. The fish die.
Yes.
It
gets
unhealthy.
Gross. Yes.
So that's your body.
But water that flows.
Yes.
That's what we attribute to beauty.
Fresh water. Yes. It's healthy. It has a healthy ecosystem. So when you move, all the systems in your body work better. You feel better. Your mental state is better. It's just a good thing to do.
Yes. So that's kind of the overview of it. I think what feminine means for each person is different. I think that there's also this cultural influence that femininity is high heels and looking like Audrey Hepburn. And that's not necessarily, that's not what it is. It's really an inner journey. This is about self-love. Yes.
Self-love, self-discovery.
Yes. Which you guys, if you've been with us any time, you're noticing we've been doing reels for Self-Love Saturdays. It's all different things. Self-love for Lisa is not hiking. It is for me. It's not for Lisa.
You have to define it for yourself.
You have to define it for yourself.
As you have to define femininity.
Joy. Anything.
Just the things that make you happy.
Yes, I agree.
That are healthy for you. Up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor.
During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours.
Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states.
Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee.
Okay. Who do you have?
Okay, you guys. I know I am new to this show.
Okay.
And y'all are going to laugh because some of y'all have been with it from day one, but don't hate. But I just got into The Shy. And it's so good. So good, y'all. But there is a guy, he plays a gangster. I told y'all I could be a mob wife, okay? But he's really cute, really sexy. His name in real life is Curtis Cook, but he plays Otis Perry.
Okay, I know who Curtis Cook is.
Oh my gosh, he's just so
yeah, he is
hard.
Yes, he is.
It's kind of like
speaking of masculine and feminine,
right?
Here we go.
But he is so cute. So he's not really a good person. You see hints of
on the show
in him. So usually I'm not too drawn to that, but he is so cute. I can't help myself.
That is funny. Okay, I did.
So you shy lovers, the shy lovers, hit me up. Let me know how long you've been watching.
I love him. He's handsome.
What's
I love
going
him.
on?
Yeah,
I am so addicted.
He plays a good gangster. Don't
he?
You want to be his ride or die.
Really?
He plays it.
Because when he takes care of it, baby.
That is so okay. That's funny. I didn't know you were gonna pick him.
So cute.
So mine kind of goes with the theme of the show. There is a song, and just don't knock it till you try it. This is a song I can't help but I end up kind of swaying and dance. No matter when it comes on, it happens. So I'm picking Usher, who he's gonna do the Super Bowl this year.
Yes.
And y'all
next year.
You're right. Hello. Well, this season. It is next year. Super Bowl. It's this season. So the Super Bowl is always in February.
When is it? So it's
February
2024.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then after that, he's doing a tour.
Oh.
So expect to see me, y'all, looking so cute.
Not the residency anymore.
I don't know because I think he's doing a tour and then the residency.
Wow.
So
he got so much play with residency.
So much play with residency.
Yeah.
So I am going to go see him, and I will put this in our stories.
What's the song?
Good Kisser.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that.
It is such a good
song. Did he get airtime, or is it more like on a?
Well, it did, but Usher's got so many
slow
albums.
Ballady?
No, it's not ballady.
Oh,
it just makes you. I was jamming it on the way here. I love that song.
I still love Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it reminds me of my kids.
Yes,
because they were some of them. Few of them were in high school when that came out, and I remember going to eat with my family with a neighbor and their family, and we were in the car and that came on.
Oh my god.
And at the time I had a Suburban. So everybody was with us.
So y'all are jamming.
The boyfriend, everybody's with us. And we had that turned up so loud.
That's so
and
funny.
The neighbor was like, I heard that song. It was just like,
sorry y'all, we were jamming
out. But every time that song comes on, I think of it. It was such a happy memory.
Every time I see a Suburban, I laugh because you are so tiny. But I know it's what you had.
I could drive the hell out of that Suburban. I'm not lying.
And all these
drove
kids
the hell out of it. And it's like a clown car. Like you can fit so many people.
Yeah, everybody's jumping out.
Yeah, like I'll take y'all. Come on.
And it's funny, guys, because Lisa is so tiny. Only one
I'm
of her.
I'm not tiny. I'm short. There's a difference.
You're tiny. You're fun size. I'm a full size Snicker bar. You're the little Halloween one. And it's funny because your kids, Whitney's tall. Teddy's tall.
Oh yeah, they're tall. Everybody's
Connor's not short. Kennedy's the only one that's also, and Kennedy's taller than you.
She's taller than me, but she's more petite. Yeah,
she's petite.
She is.
But it's so funny to me because I just can see your kids getting out, and it's like that was Lisa. That was Lisa swaying in this big old Suburban.
I loved the Suburban, but when they left, I was so ready to get rid of it.
Oh, because you didn't need it.
Why am I driving
this big body
bus? But when I had it, I loved it. I loved the Suburban.
I could see that. It's funny. Okay, loves, thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.